Hey, yo, what's up? It's Smooth.
Vaughn.
This is Riggs.
And Slick Money.
And you are now listening to the
Switch Style Podcast.
Welcome to the Switch Style Podcast, where we encourage you to think beyond what you hear. I'm your host, Smooth, and joined as always by Vaughn and Riggs. What up, guys?
What up?
What's going on, Smooth?
I'm great, man. Had a pretty good day. I'm sure it was a lot better than most people's days, so I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah. And before we start, I want to give a special shout out to Miss Zoe Timms.
Zoe Timms. Who is Zoe Timms?
Zoe is actually a singer. She's from New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Zoe, she hit us up on Twitter, and she
Wow.
actually listened to the J. Cole album review, and she told us she liked it, and she actually wants us to review another album by Anderson .Paak, not Malibu, but Yes Law, the one he did with New Worries.
Oh, okay.
So she wants us to do that one, but I did want to send a special shout out to Miss Zoe Timms. She goes by Zoe T on Twitter. So everybody, if you're out there, if you can hear us, follow Zoe T on Twitter. She also has a YouTube channel, so go subscribe to her YouTube channel, support her, check her out. She's a very talented young lady, and maybe we'll get her on the show one day. So
okay, yeah. Shout out
Hey,
Zoe
Zoe.
T.
So thanks, Zoe. We appreciate it. And audience, welcome back. Again, this is the Switch Style Podcast, and this is episode 39.
39.
We're already at 39, and the year is coming to a close. And before we go too far, Merry Christmas to Riggs, Vaughn, and everybody listening. Merry Christmas to you. Hope you have a great one. Before we jump into anything, we just want to give you a quick update just to let you know what we're going to be talking about. Tonight, we're actually reviewing Crown by Rapsody, Vaughn's favorite artist of all time.
I like her.
Yeah, she loves her Rapsody. I think Riggs does too.
Oh yeah, Rapsody. She's a bad girl.
Yeah, she is.
Hot.
And
If you don't know, you're going to find out soon.
yeah, absolutely right. In about 40 minutes, if you don't like Rapsody, you probably will. So buckle your seatbelts and get ready for the ride. And also, we'll give you a quick chart update. We got some Rock and Roll Hall of Fame news for you, and we'll jump into the review. But before we do that, if you like what you hear, subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play Music, and SoundCloud, all at
Switch Style Podcast.
And also follow us on Facebook
Instagram.
and
Twitter.
all right, here we go. Let's jump into it. Congratulations, J. Cole. For Your Eyes Only is now the #1 album in the country, earning a whopping 492,000 units.
Nice.
That's what's up.
How did he do this with no promotion? Riggs, what do you think?
First of all, he's on that Rock Nation, so
That-
Rock Nation has a following. He's him,
Yeah.
so he has a following. He's got the lyricists. He's got the smokers. He's got the cult following. He's got the South. He's got the North. He's a bad dude.
Vaughn, what about you? What do you think?
I was going to say the same thing Rick saying. He has the following. Plus, he had a little controversy there. So, hey, that helped too.
Yeah.
That made people that don't know about him
Yeah.
try to find out about him.
True.
Yeah.
And then I think he should also thank the Switch Style Podcast because I think that's part of it too.
Okay.
Hey,
Great. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
you're welcome, J.
That's
Cole.
what's up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. And also, as of now, we still got another week before the year ends. But as of now, For Your Eyes Only is the third largest debut from a sales standpoint this year behind Views and Lemonade. Yep. So he actually knocked off The Weeknd. First it was, I think Frank Ocean was, and I'll have to go back and listen to the archive shows, but I think Frank Ocean had the third largest debut. Then Metallica surpassed him. Then The Weeknd surpassed Metallica. And now J. Cole has their third largest debut. So congrats to him.
Congratulations, man.
It's also his fourth #1 album, and all of J. Cole's albums, every time he puts out one, he actually sells more than the previous album. So this is actually his highest selling first week.
And see, that's elevation. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Elevating.
Yeah, he's getting better with
Yeah.
no promotion.
There you go.
I mean, he didn't do interviews, radio. I hadn't seen him. Y'all might have, but I hadn't seen him.
Yeah, I ain't seen nothing.
So congrats, J. Cole. And one more note on the 200. Singer and rapper Post Malone, he arrives at #6 with his debut album, Stoney, earning 58,000 units. 19,000 of those were traditional album sales. So if you don't know Post Malone, he's the guy that came out with the song White Iverson. White Iverson, when I was ballin', I was young. that's him. So if you hadn't heard of him, check him out. I'm not familiar with his music myself, but congratulations, Post Malone. And we'll actually jump to the Hot 100. We'll make this one quick. Ray Shrimmert's Black Beatles, they earned a sixth consecutive week at number 1. So congrats to Ray Shrimmert again. But the bigger news on the 100 is actually that all of J. Cole's 12 new tracks, all 10 tracks on For Your Eyes Only, in addition to False Prophets and Everybody Dies, they all made their chart debut this week. Well, False Prophets was already on the chart, but the remaining 11 tracks hit the Hot 100. So congrats to J. Cole. He's the number 1 artist in the world according to Billboard right now.
That's what's up. Congrats, J. Cole.
Yeah, congrats, J. Cole. Loan me some money. Yeah, he got it. So congrats, J. Cole, number 1 artist, new baby, new wife. So life's looking good for J. Cole.
On top of the world.
Yeah, and we'll talk about his fellow NC native later on in the show. And we'll actually jump into some music news next. But before we do that, if you like what you hear, please subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play Music, and SoundCloud, all at
Switch Style Podcast.
And also follow us on Facebook,
Instagram,
and
Twitter.
All right. Riggs, you remember we talked about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last year, right?
Correct.
Well, guess what? That time is here again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Time flies. Wednesday, December 20th of this year, 2016, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they announced their class of 2017. And on April 7th of next year, 2017.
Day after my birthday.
Yeah, wow. Well, since you said that, I got some great news for you. The nominees are Pearl Jam, Journey, Electric Light Orchestra, Joan Baez, Yes, and Tupac Shakur.
Tupacalypse.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Tupac is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I know a lot of people are excited about that. And not just Tupac, but every other artist on that list is well deserving. Are you guys excited to see any particular artist? Vaughn, what about you?
Tupac.
That's your guy?
Yeah. Even though he not in our presence, but I'm happy that he got that nomination.
Yeah, it's well deserved.
Yes.
Riggs, what about you?
Yes. Not
Yes.
owner of a lonely. The group. Yes.
Yeah, the group. Yes.
Man, that owner of a lonely heart. That's one of my favorite songs. That's. I mean, of course, they have more songs than that. They have a lot of good music, but
yeah, they do.
Yeah, so yes, and Tupac.
Journey sings "Don't Stop Believing," right?
No, well, Journey actually, you know what? Yeah, Journey has a bunch of
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some
power
catchy
ballads.
songs. Yeah,
A bunch of power ballads. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, congratulations to them. And like I said, the ceremony, it'll actually be on April 7th, the day after Riggs' birthday next year. Correct, right? April 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so look out for that. It'll actually premiere on HBO later that month.
Oh, okay.
So look out for that. But if you guys don't have anything else on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, we'll actually move into the mixtape review or EP review. That's what Rapsody called it.
Yeah, she did say that. EP,
Yeah.
my EP.
The Crown EP. So we'll go with that. So here we go. Audience, if you hadn't heard any of our reviews, we like to tell you a little bit about the artist before we move forward. So let's jump into that. Rapsody's real name is Marlana Evans. For those of you who don't know, she's from Snow Hill, North Carolina. It's a small town right outside of Raleigh.
Where my grandmother's from. Mm-hmm.
She's from Snow Hill? Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
My grandmother was born and raised in Snow
What's
Hill.
that your mouth?
Is she still live there?
No.
Where's she live now? Is she?
She's gone away from us.
She's gone.
But
Rest in
yeah,
peace.
but that's where my grandma was born and raised. Snow Hill.
Wow.
Yeah. So when she talk about it, I know. Like I be like, oh yeah, it ain't nothing there. Yeah, I know what you talking about.
Wow.
Yeah, she says she can count the stoplights.
Yeah, I know what
That's
you talking
amazing.
about. Yeah.
That's amazing. And also, she attended North Carolina State University, NC State Wolfpack. Go Wolfpack.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. And she joined a hip hop crew while she was in college named Cooley High. And they actually put out a few mixtapes themselves. And while she was at NC State, she met this guy named Ninth Wonder. Who went on to become her mentor. And he just so happens to be a really good producer in his own right. And I'm probably underestimating. I'm probably doing him a disservice by saying really good, because he's a great producer in my eyes. He pretty much surfaced on the first album that I bought, Jay-Z's Black Album. He produced Threat, one of the tracks on the Black album, and he went on to produce Erykah Badu's Honey, a lot of other things, and a lot of people know him for the music from the Boondocks. He actually produced that. So shout out.
Did he produce one of my favorite joints? Booty butt cheeks, booty butt cheeks.
What was that?
That's on the Boondocks.
Oh, yeah. Ninth Wonder. I think he did just about everything from the Boondocks. So he's a really, really talented guy. He was one of the first guys to really get into Fruity Loops. And Fruity Loops is this production software that came about in the early 2000s, and a lot of the big producers, they laughed at it because, people were just sitting, people could now sit on their computers and actually make beats. And he was one of the first people to actually become really good using Fruity Loops. So congrats to Ninth Wonder. But just back to Rapsody. After she brought on Ninth Wonder, of course, as mentor and producer, he signed her to his label, Jamla Records. And then after, she amassed this huge body of work, she went on to, actually this year, it was announced that she signed with Jay-Z's Rock Nation in July. So congrats to Rapsody. And now we're reviewing Crown, her new EP. So Vaughn, since this is your girl, I'm going to go to you first. When did you first experience Rapsody?
I first experienced her in July when she got signed to
Rock Nation?
Rock Nation.
Okay.
And because we were talking about it.
Uh-huh.
And I kept saying, I need to listen to it. And that's when I first got. But she got game. Ain't no joke. Yeah.
Riggs, what about you? When did you first experience Rapsody?
Oh, the other week, Vaughn let me hear some Rapsody.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was on
I'm not even. I wasn't up on it. I'm not gonna lie. You know, but I heard it and I was like, wow, she could really flow. She's got lyrics listening, but her tracks were like, But man, this album.
Oh, she got you with the tracks now, don't she?
Oh,
boy,
yeah. Complete
yeah.
package.
She got them tracks.
Yeah. And even punchlines, flows, and everything. I respect anybody who does anything and then just keeps growing and improving and getting better. And boy, she's a beast.
Yeah, she is, and I'm glad you said that because she's been around since 2008, just grinding, and she has about, I want to say she has at least probably about 10 projects to her name. I know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 titles that I could find with her solo work and Cooley High. So 11 titles to her name. So she's grinded and she's gotten better every project.
But it don't help. She with the Rock Nation. So hey, that's gonna help you a lot.
Yeah, she's about to take off.
And I think people gonna really. It's about to be different for her. It's about to really be different for her.
I think it's special too that she was Rock Nation because if you look at some of the articles when they talk about how she came up and started rapping, and I think it was Ninth One that was telling her, listen to the Black album, listen to some Tribe Called Quest, so you can get your flow right. You know that you got skills or whatever. So to go and do that, and then now be with the Rock Nation, that's big. It's
and
beautiful
if Jigga see something in you, hey.
Yeah, he did. And while we're on Jay-Z, I want to give a quick shout out to Young Guru, who was Jay-Z's longtime engineer. Well, not just for Jay-Z, but a lot of the stuff in the Rockefeller camp. And he was one of the main ones who facilitated the whole deal. Young Guru, Ninth Wonder, and Shaka Pilgrim. She's the president of Rock Nation. And you guys have probably heard his name, Tata.
Yeah.
One of Jay-Z's, I think he's one of Jay-Z's childhood friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also works for Rock Nation, among, other things that he does. So congratulations to all of them as well, because they got a great signee in Rapsody.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't actually, I'm late to the party too, Riggs. I didn't actually learn about Rapsody until To Pimp a Butterfly. Okay. That was my introduction to her on, Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly audience from last year, 2015, on Complexion, a Zulu Love.
Colors.
Yeah.
Complexions, yeah.
Colors. Ice-T. But yeah, she made her for me, she made her debut on Complexion. That was when I first noticed her and just absolutely killed it. And since then, I've been a fan. But Riggs, since we were talking about Rapsody and it just makes me think about female MCs, why do you think we don't see more MCs? Why aren't there more in the spotlight?
Female MCs?
Yeah.
Ooh, I think she mentioned some of it in her rhymes. Like, a lot of women seem to be too worried about what comes with the lifestyle instead of really just going at it and go harder. And rapping, they worried about modeling and you're talking about the bags and then shoes and a whole hip hop community don't want to hear that. So I think that may be part of it. I think another part of it is even in sports casting and in rapping, a lot of women try to go outside of their natural voice. That's my opinion. When you try to go outside of your natural voice, you don't sound good. So instead of, her natural voice is a bit amplified, a bit tomboyish, I guess you could say. And, even though there's nothing that isn't feminine about it, but, so her voice carries and sounds good. So I think that's a large part of it. I don't think that women lack for anything when it comes to lyrics or anything like that. But I think those things may stop us from hearing certain women.
Vaughn, what about you? Why do you think we don't see a lot of female MCs?
Because they dried up.
Wow. And dry. What do you mean when you say dried up?
I mean, it's like a drought,
Okay, got it.
It's a drought. There's nothing out there, so you got something hot. You got something. She on top. So it's like, and I was looking at, I was like MCs, like trying to see, they was like Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott. Like to me, I was thinking like with Missy, she had that funky twist, because Missy always giving you something, doing something different. And with Eve, she was more a slick talker. And then with Lauryn Hill, she was just like one of those, like, she had all that, but had a different type of, vibe to her, where she was talking about current things. And like with Rapsody, like that's her, like she bringing it all to you, like current things, like talking about just life, like stuff you can understand, like talking about a dude, that he cheating on you and, just like she just talking about real stuff. So I think like Rick said, they talking about pocketbooks and how that Christian, what you call it?
Red bottoms.
Yeah, your red bottoms are, like stuff that's just, you be like,
it's not important.
Yeah, so.
About my booty, about my breath.
Yeah, don't nobody want. And then like, like how we watch Love and Hip Hop, what these chicks talking about? That's what I'm saying?
Yeah, though there are some female MCs, but they never put out music.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You be like, me and Riggs was sitting there looking at it like, what's she talking about? Like, so it's just refreshing to hear somebody that's, got something to say for real.
Right.
Got something to say. And yeah, they dried up. They not.
So there are female MCs out there, but what I get from what you're saying is that the substance isn't there. Yeah. There's not a lot of quality MCs.
No, it's not.
I like Remy Ma.
Okay.
Right, Remy Ma on the list too, yeah.
She has made an emergence with what I thought was probably the best rap single of all year, all the way up.
Yeah.
Hottest,
Yeah, that was to me the hottest rap single.
But come on, Remy, you need some more.
Yeah, her and Fat Joe are working on the project.
She's been away for a minute.
Yeah, she was locked up.
She should be backed up.
Yeah, she should have been like Gucci, man.
Right,
she should have had
sheets of paper.
Right, because she was in there way longer than Gucci, so she should have had 10 albums of material.
Right, that's my thing.
Yeah, she came home to her husband, so she had to take care of a few things, but she wasn't backed up just with the raps,
She did. She did. But Gucci about to put out his third album this year, so Gucci. But yeah, I just in the 90s, a lot of the female MCs that we saw, most notably Lauryn Hill, Eve, Foxy Brown, Lil' Kim, a lot of them were attached to hip hop crews. These male dominated crews.
Yeah,
late and she's not attached to nobody. It's just her.
Late 80s too, you had like Queen Latifah.
Yeah, Moni Love.
Moni Love. And
even
MC Light. Well, MC Light was kind of on her own, but
yeah,
MC Light, which is by the way my favorite female MC. But
and so is Rapsody. That's Rapsody's girl.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. She said Georgie Porgy was actually, when she saw that video, that was the thing that made her say, "Okay, this is what I want to do." Yeah.
But like you said, I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt, but all those names you just named, they what? Dried up, right? Ain't nobody doing nothing.
I don't want to say dried up.
Yeah,
I mean, that's harsh.
It's a harsh term.
I mean, Queen Latifah has done different things. She's not dried up. She's acting.
She done jazz. She done
all over the place.
Yeah, she have.
MC Light too. She's touring with that play, the Love Jones joint.
Yeah,
she does a lot of.
She does more MCing for
commentating and all that type of thing. So I mean, I mean, I guess you could say she kind of dried up, but I won't say dried up, but
Yeah,
she's past the prime.
Yeah. I just think they just probably, they passing the torch. Like, just.
And there are a lot of, female MCs out there that you might not really hear of. They're there. You know what, too? It's to say, I guess it's just a lot more males, too, because there's a lot of male MCs that you go hear them on a cypher, you be like, wow, this dude is amazing. You go hear him on this, amazing. You go to put out an album, it's not the same because you don't have the hooks, you don't have the stories, but you just spitting and you spit ridiculous, but you don't have all that together. You can't tell a story, you can't really rhyme, or you can't really rap for an album.
So is it safe to say that right now, this is just, and I won't say it's just an opinion, but it's a fact in my opinion. Nicki Minaj is the face of the female MC. And when I say face, I'm not implying that she's the best. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that she's the preeminent female MC in hip hop today. And she sort of used the old formula. She was pretty much attached to
TNA.
Who? TNA. But she was aligned with Lil Wayne and Drake. And that helped out a lot. She is talented. Don't get me wrong.
She is, but all she's talk about is what?
What you said earlier.
Right.
Yeah, there's not a lot of substance or quality behind Nicki.
Right.
But she is very talented, and when she wants to rap, she can rap.
Oh yeah, she can spit.
But to get to the point I'm trying to make is that this is why I'm glad Rapsody is here. Because I watched a lot of interviews and I've read some stuff on Rapsody, and she kept throwing this word out. And I wish I could get my written review online. But she kept throwing this word out, balance. She referred to balance so many times. And I think that is exactly what Rapsody is going to bring to the game, balance. We definitely need balance. And I won't lie, I like Nicki Minaj. I love the way she looks. I think Nicki Minaj is beautiful. I won't lie, she's sexy, she fine, she whatever you want to call it.
Don't get it out there.
And Rapsody is the opposite of that. I'm not saying that Rapsody. No,
you just said she a plain chick. No, she a real chick.
No, I'm not.
She don't got fake boobs. She don't have weave hanging down her head. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
Even though I like I said, I love the way Nicki Minaj looks, but from an intellectual standpoint, Rapsody, like if I'm choosing a girl, Rapsody is the one I want.
Good choice.
She appears to be the more responsible one. I feel like I could sit down and actually have a conversation with Rapsody. And I don't know Nicki Minaj. She's probably a very smart woman.
She'd be like,
right. But it doesn't come through in the music. And I think we talked about this on a few shows back, how a lot of artists, they have to create this facade or this image to sort of make it through in mainstream. Like, like Madonna, like Prince, all David Bowie, they all did it. And I think that's what Nicki is doing. And Rapsody, she's remained true to herself.
Yes.
And her story is still yet to be told, but I don't see Rapsody just switching it up when we see her on the Sports Illustrated cover of King magazine, just in the bathing suits and all that. I don't see that coming.
She a straight country girl.
Yeah, she is. I don't see that for Rapsody. But let's go and move on to the next question. Vaughn, do you think the word female MC, is it a demeaning or a belittling term?
No, I don't think so. It's unfortunate you got to put a female in front of that.
Right.
But it's what she is. She's a unique MC. Female, she just happened to be a female. And I think you could make the correlation between the two. So, because they just don't say, they'll say MC for a dude, but they'll put female. But hey.
You're right, and that's a good point. When you think of Jay-Z, you don't say, he a male MC.
Right, you just say MC. Right.
Riggs, what about you? Is it a belittling term?
I wouldn't say it's belittling, but see, the last thing that you said was really what it is.
Yeah.
And when you said she's an MC that just happens to be a female, it's like when somebody says, depending on what you're doing, if it's not something that a lot of black people do, they'll say the black tennis player, the black golfer, the black whatever, you know what I'm saying? The black executive, the black
labels.
Right. But I'm not the black this or black. This is what I do, and I just happen to be black. Mm-hmm. And she's an MC that's killing it, and she just happens to be a woman. So I'm not mad at the fact that she doesn't like being called a female MC. She just wants to become called an MC because that's what she is. And yeah, she can go toe to toe with any of these dudes out here.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
yeah. She can out rap 80 to 90%.
Yeah.
Right now, if I'm ranking MCs like just off pure skill and ability, she's easily in my top 10. I'll have to revise the list. I have to think about, but I want to put her in my top 5.
Right.
And she could easily go in my top 5. But I know right now she's easily top 10. What do you think?
Oh, top 20 for me.
Top 20. Okay.
But that's not an insult.
No,
because
not
I'm
at
just
all.
thinking of the whole volume of how many people, like year by year, by decade by decade,
Right.
that dope rappers that I've loved. So
Yeah.
that's not an insult to say in the top 20, but she's definitely in there. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say female MC. I just say MC. And if we do talk about female MCs, yeah, then she is definitely in my top 5.
Oh yeah, she's a bad girl.
Easily. Number
Yeah.
1 for me.
Yeah, there you go.
Number 1.
But the female MC thing, I just think it comes from a need for people to categorize things. Like we have to put a label on everything, and that's why we talked about it a lot of episodes ago. That's why genres exist. You need a way to categorize things, and it makes it easier for people when they go to iTunes and
right.
go in a record store to find certain things. So I don't know if it's a belittling term, but I do feel that we should start referring to women as purely MCs instead of the female MCs. Because she has a name. Hey, that's Rapsody.
Yeah.
She's an MC.
Yeah.
She a rapper, and she gonna out rap
Yeah.
all these dudes out here. So there you go, Rapsody. Riggs. It's only 10 tracks, but me, I feel like I hadn't digested the whole thing. What about you? Do you feel like you've taken in all 10 tracks? Because it's really more than 10 tracks on Crown.
Yeah, taking most of it in. Like, there's only 2 songs on here really that are not like the greatest. None of them are bad.
Right.
But it's it's a good album. It's real good. And the vibe of the album, the vibe of the different songs,
I'm interested in which songs, which was the 2 songs.
Crown was alright, and then what was number 10 is it was cool, but it wasn't like, it was good, but it didn't speak to me like that. It didn't make me bop my head. It didn't make me do anything like special or different, but I did like it though.
Vaughn, what about you? Have you digested the whole album? And I know you probably have.
Yeah, because I've been listening to it ever since I found out I was listening to the wrong one. So I was listening to it. I think I digested it, and yeah.
And first, and I probably should have said this from the beginning. Rapsody, if you're listening, Rapsody, Ninth Wonder, Young Guru, Jay-Z, Shaka Pilgrim, Tata, everybody. I have to apologize personally.
Why you gotta apologize, Jay?
This album came out EP mixtape. Rapsody said it's an EP, so I'm gonna call it an EP.
Right, yeah.
It came out on November 16th, and it's as of today. Audience, today is December 21st, 2016, and by the time you hear this, it'll actually be December 22nd, or whenever you hear it. But I have to apologize to Rapsody because this thing has been out over a month, and we've reviewed a lot of albums. That's all we've done, and I feel like we probably should have got to her a lot sooner.
Yeah.
So for that, Rapsody, I apologize.
Right. Yeah.
It's all good. We here.
Yeah. But we still here. And then I understand what you're saying. Like you pick like the big ones.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and yeah. But we ain't overlooking you, Rapsody.
No, we definitely not, because you definitely deserve to be heard. And for me, it's only 10 tracks, but there's about 3 tracks. I know Through With Him, Take it. What's the name of that track?
Take It Slow.
Take it slow. Through With Him, Fire, and those are the 3 tracks that I can think of off the top of my head that kind of segue into other songs.
Okay.
So essentially, there's really probably about 13 to 14 tracks on this album, and 2 a.m. as well.
Yeah.
2 a.m. segues into something else. So there's about 14 tracks, 14 tracks roughly. And for me, I hadn't digested everything because she's still talking about some stuff. She has so many punchlines, and because she had one line, it was on the one with Raphael Sadiq, Gonna Miss You. And she said, right now I'm feeling like Draymond when he got tripped. All to go nuts. And like, if you're an NBA fan, if you saw, Draymond kick LeBron James in the nuts in the NBA Finals, you'll know what she's talking about. But when I heard that line, I just bust out laughing. And she had another one. I forget which song it was. She said, I see error in your ways. I see you don't have a future or something like that. I see error in your ways.
No, Sierra.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said it's like Sierra, but you don't have no.
She said, I see error in your ways, but you don't have a future. It was something to the effect of that.
Yeah, she said it's
like
Sierra
and future, like double
future, but you don't have
yeah.
no future.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was one of the most amazing things. But I mean, the girl is just flat out spitting. I mean, I'm trying to think of I'm thinking about some movie where some kid was just spitting all in somebody's face. That's how raw she is. I mean,
it's like she all up in it.
Yeah. I mean, she giving me punchline after punchline, and a lot of stuff I just had to press pause and rewind it about 10 or 30 seconds just to actually try to figure out what she's saying. I had to go to Genius.
Oh yeah, I was all on Genius on probably all the songs.
Yeah.
'Cause I wanted to know what she was saying.
Right. Yeah.
Every song, I wanted to know what she was saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Vaughn, what do you like most about Crown?
I like because it had like a lot of different features in it. Like Mad, it had she listens to
a lot
what's
of stuff.
out. Yeah,
she does.
She listens to what's out, and she just had a lot of. You think it's going one way and then it go another way. Like it keep you like you think you on this beat, but you not. You on something else.
Right.
So I like that it was like a switch up. Like it's like something like you could just play it and you just listen and be like, you just keep listening to it. Like just so that's what I like. I like it's a good listen. That's what I enjoyed about it the most. It's a good listen.
It definitely is. Riggs, what did you like most about Crown?
Okay, it matches what she says in her interviews, right? She talks a lot about mirrors, how rap is a mirror. Sometimes people don't like it, because she's got things to say. It does mirror a lot of different things in our society and society in general and people. So she's got a lot of mirrors that are going out there, and it's cool to see because. When you listen to the realness, somebody who's doing this, somebody who's doing that, or you yourself need to do this.
Right.
So I like that about it. And Gold song is stupid. I like that.
Got some goals.
Goals is tight.
Hashtag goals.
Right. Everybody got goals.
Yeah, everybody got goals and ain't nobody achieving their goals.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's pretty much
through with him. Stupid.
Yeah.
You would think because I'm a dude I wouldn't like it, but that's a banger right
and
there.
And as a female, I'm just like, yes.
F them, girl.
Yeah, right.
that Martin Lawrence sample.
We was in the car and
that was
listening.
bananas.
Yeah.
I was listening to it, and Santana was like, when the girl started talking, and I said, "See how stupid she sound?" He was like, because like you really be talking yourself through stuff.
Yeah.
She was talking herself through it. Like I can't believe I let him drive my car. I can't, like she was talking herself through it.
Mm-hmm.
So like.
And the bounce throughout the album is dope too. I mean, she vibing, bouncing, rock with that Ooh Wee song.
Oh yeah, Ooh Wee, yeah.
Anderson
Paak.
Oh man, that one had me doing my head like Stevie. I mean, like bouncing and moving side to side.
Yeah,
like Ooh Wee.
Yeah, that's Anderson is a mate. Like, dude, Anderson just has that voice. His voice is so. It's not a pleasant voice.
But it's different.
Yeah, but
it
penetrates. Like it's very raspy. It's very.
It's like Life Jennings light.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I like his voice more than Life Jennings.
It's a lot more colorful than Life's voice because he is way more animated.
Yeah.
Because you can hear Anderson. You can say it sounds like he's having fun.
Right.
Take him down so high.
Yeah. Everything he does has a certain energy to it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I listened to his album because you had told me to listen to it. I'm glad, and that made me appreciate him more on this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Vaughn, what were some of your favorite songs?
Oh man. I'ma say Gonna Miss You, Tina Turner, Goes, Mad. That Mad is tight. Take It Slow, Through With Him, 2 a.m., Ooh Wee. Fire was pretty cool too. That would have been my, and then I would say Crown. But I like Crown for what it is. Like just, it's not really, she just basically, Crown is just like the introduction.
Yeah.
It was the introduction. It was a good introduction that was needed.
Yeah,
I like the whole thing. I like the whole. You did it, girl. You did it.
Yeah, I agree. Cause that title track, Crown, she opens up. If you hadn't heard it, she opens up in spoken word. It's almost reminiscent of a lot of the Jill Scott. It doesn't open up as soulfully or as neo soul like as a Jill Scott album,
Right.
but she opens up with the spoken word, and it's very empowering.
Right.
And she said, I want you to lift your neck up so high, like you're looking at God, and your neck is like it's just stuck there. I forgot
Right.
what the actual rap was, but it's very empowering, and it segues into this
Right.
Beyonce sample. Yeah, they actually sampled the first track off of Beyonce's album for the title track, and Vaughn mentioned Mad. They sampled Solange's album, and she even said, why you mad? Because I'm sampling my boss's wife's sister song, and it's, I mean,
Bruno Mars,
24 Karat Magic,
yeah,
Drum,
she
and
did.
Erykah Badu's Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And that whole time when I was listening, I was like, oh, that's, because she switched up so much on you. I'm like, oh God, but
She does.
yeah, but it's a good transition how she do it. Yeah,
And I know y'all noticed it, but she has this technique, and I know her and Ninth Wonder, it's like a combo thing. But it's almost as if Ninth Wonder, he's producing the track, and he finishes off a lot of her raps. Like, for example, on Gonna Miss You, she'll hit a line, then the Raphael Sadiq will come in, Gonna Miss You. He
Right.
finishes her rap with the sample, and they do that on Through With Him with the Martin Lawrence sample.
Yeah,
They kill that one right
Yeah,
there.
they do it on there because the
Yeah.
girl was Rhapsody. She was like, "Yeah, you ain't the dude live with his mama. You still ain't met her. You ain't never been to his house." Then Martin come in
And
girl.
don't, and so you
Right.
better not.
Right.
And then
Right.
if he's a good dude, this and that.
You better F him, girl.
Right.
And
Right.
they did that, and it was on another track that they did it, but they used it. It's not a new technique, but it might be new to a lot of people because I hadn't heard a lot of people do that in a while, that frequently at least. Riggs, would you recommend this album to a friend?
Oh, for sure. To anybody who's listening, anybody who likes hip hop, anybody who, yeah.
Vaughn, what about you? I already know your
Oh,
answer.
you already know. Yes and yes and yes again. And I will refer. What's the song? Through With Him. If one of my girls listen to this. I
Tell all
hope
the girls.
this album inspires some people like Crown. I hope it inspires people to go and just. And I think that's what she's trying to tell you. Just live your life. Like don't be with all that unnecessary stuff. Like leave him alone. Go get your whatever you trying to get your masters. You go do it.
Yeah.
I hope it inspires people to just do it.
Yeah, she had a lot of positive messages, and I won't call it my favorite song, but I love the concept, the idea. Take it slow.
Yes.
And I always think about the movie Fools Rush In with Selma Hayek and Matthew Perry,
Okay.
where they met and they immediately they jumped in and they got married. They didn't even know anything about it. And the idea of Rhapsody's song Take It Slow was to actually get to know the person.
Right.
And she was at a party and she met this guy.
She was
And-
in college.
Right. And she went home with the guy,
Right.
and the guy slept on the couch, and he hit her on the text like, "Hey, let me come
Love
up."
Jones.
Right. Right. Let me come up. Let me see what's up. And she was like, "Hold up, bro.
Right.
Hold up, bro.
Right.
Like, take your time. Let's take it slow."
Right.
That was my favorite one, and Goals was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she talked about a lot of people, and not just people in particular, but these were probably goals from friend of hers or just instances that she's heard about.
Some of them I goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I actually listened to the song and said, I got to do better.
Yeah. Right. And Fire, I know y'all went crazy about Fire, but a lot of it was in response to, well, from what I read, she kind of read a lot of it right after Donald Trump was elected president.
Right, and I got that. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I got that. Mm-hmm.
And she was pretty much saying that, no matter who's in office, we still gonna do what we gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the truth. I mean, but that's a conversation for another day. But specifically, I loved everything on the album. And Ab Soul on 2 a.m. I love Ab Soul's verse.
Yeah.
On 2 a.m. And Ab
yeah.
Soul put out an album. I hadn't listened to it, but I need to get it, and I feel like we might need to review Ab Soul's album.
Okay.
Because if you don't know Ab Soul, he's a part of that Black Hippie crew with Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q. He's a part of that whole crew. So check out Ab Soul. But that's actually it for me. And yes, I would recommend this EP to
That's
somebody else. So if you're listening to this, we just told you why you need to go out and buy Rhapsody's Crown. It is one of the better. Well, 2016 is coming to a close. We only have 10 days left
10 days.
in the year. So actually, everybody, and the album is free. The EP is free, so you don't have an excuse. You can actually go to her website. I think it's iamrapsody.com, and there's actually a link to the album. You can go out and buy Rapsody's album. So go check out Rapsody's album. It's one of the better albums I've heard this year.
You could buy it for free 99.
Yeah, for free 99. I don't know why I keep saying- Go out and download Rapsody's album for free 99, like Rick said.
It's something you definitely need to have in your playlist. You definitely need to have it in your playlist.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because she's on her way, and she said it in one song. Snow Hill made a real one, and they did. Yeah, Vaughn is technically not from Snow Hill, but she is.
She's connected.
Yeah, she's connected. So,
Man, I remember going through Snow Hill. You don't see nothing but when I used to go when I was young. You used to see the
farms and
farms with the
the animals?
no, not the animals.
Oh, the cotton fields.
Cotton fields. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. When saw my grandmother, her school that she went to, like, yeah, I remember Snow Hill ain't nothing. That's what she said. 10 lights, yeah, she might be pushing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jump down, turn around, pick a bale of cotton down, jump down, turn around, pick
Yeah.
a bale of
Yeah, definitely not doing that.
Yeah, Snow
Yeah.
Hill Farm, Farmville, all of it's right there together. So yeah,
Wow.
they got it right. They got it right with her.
Yeah.
They got it right.
Yeah, and I'll just shout a quick shout out. I mentioned it several times, but shout out Ninth Wonder for him to sit in a group of MCs and actually point her out, to see that potential ahead of time. And not only is Ninth a great producer, he has great record man ability. And L.A. Reid is my favorite executive record man of all time. So when Ninth Wonder is on his way, he just needs a few more like Rapsody. He probably won't find too many more people like Rapsody, but he's on his way. She's on her way, and I'm expecting great things from Rapsody. And she said her album is done. So whenever it comes out next year, which I'm assuming it should be out next year, we're gonna review that.
Yes, we are, and
As
we're
well.
gonna do it on time.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna do it on time.
So I'm looking forward to that. But did you guys have anything else?
Go get it.
Yeah, go get it. Go download it.
Go download
Go
it,
to
yes.
iamrapsody.com and you can actually download the link for free. So you have no excuse.
If you tell them that you heard it from Switch Style Podcast,
That's right. That's right.
you'll get it for free 99.
There you go.
That's
you
an
go.
even better.
Even better deal. There you go. Riggs, what you listening to, man?
I can't even say I'm always listening to music or whatever, but the thing I'm focused on is on Netflix, that Celia Cruz series. Celia, it's called just Celia.
Yeah, and
Boy, it's
just
dope.
tell them a little bit about who Celia Cruz is. Celia Cruz.
Oh man, she's one of the most famous female singers, period. But Latin female singers, number one, from Cuba. She's amazing. If you heard any Latin music, you probably heard something from her. Yeah, she's a bad girl, and the series and the music in it and everything is, it's dope.
Brown girl, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Vaughn, what are you listening to? Got anything?
Well, I've been a little under the weather for the last week. All I've been listening to is Rapsody.
There you go.
That's all I've been listening.
Don't put an all in front of that like it's a bad thing. Like
No, it
it's
ain't
like
a
it's
bad
a negative.
thing. But I'm just saying, like it's been all Rapsody, and I went back to my favorite stuff on the other one, and so I've been just all over Rapsody.
Well, for me, it's the same thing. I'm listening to Rapsody, and next year we're actually gonna switch this segment up a little bit. But I'm listening to Rapsody. That's what I'm listening to. And well, if you guys don't have anything else, we can actually go home.
All right.
Vaughn, shout some people out. Who you got?
I would like to shout out you guys. Glad to be here. My family and friends, and happy holidays to all those near and far. And to our listeners, thank you for listening. Go get Rapsody. Go get Rapsody. And that's about it.
Riggs, what you got?
I'm gonna shout out my boy Terry Clark,
Terry Clark.
Big T.
He know Rapsody?
He might. I don't know.
Wow.
He's international.
Yeah.
All right now.
Yeah. So I was then. He probably ain't been to Snow Hill though.
No.
But of course, my Switch Style Podcast crew, Slick Money, all the listeners, who are listening in, and I'm good.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. We sincerely appreciate your support. And again, I do want to send a special shout out to
our girl.
Yeah, Miss
Our new
Zoe
girl.
T.
Hey, Miss
Zoe
Zoe.
Timms out of New Zealand. So everybody go follow her on Facebook, follow her on YouTube, go check her out.
She on IG? Okay.
Well, I don't know if she's on Instagram. And I said Facebook. I meant to say Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Everybody follow Miss Zoe T on Twitter. That's her Twitter handle. I think it's Zoe_Timms.
Okay.
And just look up Zoe T and you'll find her. She's on New Zealand. She says she liked the J. Cole review and, she wants us to work on some new stuff and we'll get to that. And I want to shout out both of you guys, Riggs and Vaughn. I appreciate you guys another week coming out.
That's right.
Talking about music. I can tell everybody was excited about this one. So
yeah, I was kind of amped. I was kind of amped today.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
So everybody loved this one.
Kudos to you, man.
What I do?
Well, you're a man of your word.
What I do?
You all the time you mention, hit us up, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Let us know what you're thinking, and let us know what you want us to do, and we'll do it. She did it, and we about to do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you're right. So thank you, Zoe T. And
You always coming with good words.
yeah, all the good words. Yeah, words from Riggs.
I be like, what were you about to say?
Yeah, yeah.
It's called congruence, people. Congruence.
There you go. Also, thank you, Rapsody. Rapsody, without you, Ninth Wonder, Young Guru, Shaka Pilgrim, Tata, Jay-Z, everybody, your entire team, Crisis, everybody in the, I can't think of the production crew, but the soul something, but they know who I'm talking about. Thank you guys for this amazing album, because without the album, we wouldn't be doing this review. So thank you, Rapsody and company. And Riggs, you got something else?
Oh, now I'm just thinking about that song, Threats. Boy, I love that song.
Yeah, Threats from the Black Album.
The first album I ever bought. And help you smile on
Yeah, yes.
I'm
sincere by mine.
I'm so sincere.
Right. It's Cedric the Entertainer. But thank you guys again. Thank you, Rapsody. Thank you, audience, for listening. And this is episode 39 of the Switch Style Podcast.
39.
And we'll see you next week. Peace.